So we've got 11, 10, and 1. Is this like binary? Sort of? So it'd be 1, then 10, then 11 for ABC. B 10, C 11. That sounded good. The mechanism is an ear-splitting screech and grinds to a halt. Something is obstructing the mechanism process. Okay. The ABC options went away. I think I did that correctly, because those are gone. But there's something else that needs to be done now. Oh, I didn't even see this. What's going on here? Hold up.
I know what to do.
The save combo? I'm not sure that it... Like, other than to do, like, that was all that happened. Oh, that just, like, unsummons the house. Okay, I don't think I've been over here. Well, this looks like it's gonna be annoying. Alright, just greed loot. Don't see any quest items.
Focus on the goal.
Mechanism component. An intricately shaped metal component, probably part of a mechanism. Okay, maybe that will help.
I am prepared.
And then we have to dimension tour hop all the way back up. Let's see, can I just leave the party behind and they come with? I'm not sure what the range is of it.
Follow my lead.
Okay. Was there any more parts that demanded a component? Like, this thing screeched, but it didn't have an option to give it a part, and we just picked up a part. Is that the one that just makes the house? Yeah, that's the one that makes the house. Okay.
I need to concentrate. Becoming distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
Did you ever get the lever back by the trap?
That is not far.
I think I did. I think that allowed me to proceed earlier. Well, we're gonna check. Apologetic rumbling noise, still.
I'll go ahead. I know what to do. This spell doesn't work like that. This spell
new
doesn't
arrival.
work like that.
Welcome to arrival. Hello. So we've got this thing where we need a code.
Time's not waiting. Follow my...
Okay, here's a lever. Oh, that's the one that summons the weird parts. I don't really know what's going on there. That one's broken. It doesn't give me the option to interact with it at all.
As it should be. I am prepared. This spell doesn't work like that.
Let me see. Can I just do this and not bring the whole party with me when I move? Nope, that left them all behind. They all need to be somewhat close to him or it's not going to work.
That is not far.
Alright, this is where we started out at the beginning. I've got this passage here. Wish I could zoom in, get a better look.
No mistakes. I'll go ahead.
Alright, yeah, down there is where we got the instructions for the nameplate thing. The modus. Oh, here's an area I haven't been. Hello.
Ready for anything. I know the way.
I'm gonna cast haste on us if I can. This is a lot of enemies. Do I need summons? I've got an excess of them remaining, so I might just go ahead and do it.
Please help me.
Arushale is getting ripped apart right now. Oh, Noxie and Shulk just got wrecked. I didn't even see it. Dang it. That's not good. Nox is my... Okay, I'm going to excessively summon now. Shulk was my main damage dealer. Muck is down, but not dead. I really hope it's not going to say that I lose. Alright, spam cast Bone Shatter. Cast Big Heal on her. Eve is a dog. Nox needs to cure that. Where was that? Remove curse, Eve. Okay, that's done. Summon Hamadryad. I don't entirely know what they are, but I know they're pretty strong. Why does Noxie keep running up? She should... Okay, she's got a crossbow. She shouldn't be trying to melee. Is there any way we can get Shulk up in this fight? Breath of Life?
This thing refuses to cooperate.
This thing refuses to cooperate, he says. What is going on in the middle? Alright, there's another Hamadryad. Dayren, cast Big Heal on yourself. Lovely. We've got 2 enemies left. Eve's tanking one of them, and our archers are mostly alive. Okay, the left one just died. Dude, look at all the blood on this freaking platform. Oh my goodness. Miss, 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 miss. Holy cow, that was a fight. Paying no heed to the danger, driven only by the desire to uncover the truth, the excess explores the other side of Threshold. There he meets the Proteans. But what does the excess know of Proteans? Can he tell what the Proteans are doing here? Succeeded at World Knowledge Check. You recall that Proteans are snake-like creatures, the primordial inhabitants of the Maelstrom, the plane of absolute chaos. Their actions defy logic. I know that Proteans are creatures of absolute chaos. Their actions cannot be explained. Is there any logic to the Proteans? Is there any logic to creatures that defy logic? The voice is overtaken by a fit of laughter that cuts off as quickly as it began. Can a creature defy logic but do something that has a logical explanation? But what if the Proteans are not banging their heads against the stone walls of this cursed world for no reason? This is what the excess ponders as he examines the keystone, which the Proteans so eagerly smashed with their skulls. Perhaps if the excess takes a run-up and bashes his head on the keystone in this room, he will discover some secret knowledge. A truth that explains everything? Are you seriously telling me to bang my head against a rock? The voice only laughs in response. Lich Path. Wield your mythic power against the keystone. I have a better idea. The room shakes from the impact. The keystone explodes into tiny fragments as though it has been struck by an invisible hammer. The vibration spreads to the floor and walls. You see cracks already beginning to snake across them. And we're loading. Did I just, like, break this plane? If I can't go back, I never figured out the thing with the numbers. Oh, that doesn't look good for reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh no, we're just, like, breaking everything. Oh, devils. Hi. Threshold? What? What? That looked like a Ruchelet, but a Ruchelet's with us.
Long and thorny has been the excess's path, but still it has led him to Silmeshnik.
Now is the time to prostrate yourself in a show of servility.
It's got a female and a male voice. The snake-like creature pauses, looking at you. Yo, I'm at 1 hit point right now. We just finished that fight, and half the team just stood back up.
Do you understand what you have just seen?
Does the excess understand? Does his mind even have the capacity to understand?
The laughter abruptly cuts off, replaced with silence.
Ours.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
This world is not the Galarian you have come to know so well.
This is just a simulacrum of Galarian on Axis. So thoughtfully created by Valmalos, just for you.
This is an atemporal prison for dangerous criminals who have flouted the laws of sorcery, and it is also a repository
Of magical artifacts, whose mere existence could tear apart the universe.
Okay, that's really cool. So the like we thought we were running around on Earth, and it's a copy of Earth. It's like the Matrix.
You are one such artifact.
You are the excess mythic power that Valmalos extracted from the commander of the Fifth Crusade just before his decisive battle in Threshold.
You are an artificial creation. A magical golem.
Living the life of another.
What? He could be lying, but if he's not, that's so cool.
Dig around in that person's memories, XS. Do you remember the Grey Garrison?
Do you recall the power that gripped the then future commander? And where that power went after? It waned and vanished, dissipating like mist before the dawn.
Old Volmalos took it from the commander at Threshold.
Plucked it right out of time so that even the memory of its existence ceased to exist.
The name Excess makes more sense now. Yes, it does.
Why so quiet, Excess?
Has our revelation shocked you that much? Lose your mind if you wish, but don't even think of dying from shock. I need you alive.
I sensed that something wasn't quite right.
How does it feel, XS? How does it feel to find out that you're an artificial creation?
No need to answer. Your silence tells me all I wish to know.
What do your companions make of this?
After all, they are an extension of your power.
Entities born of the magic and memories of the commander.
I do hate to break up a party, but this one has dragged on too long, even for me. We ought to pay our host Valmalos a friendly visit.
Darren's face is paler than usual. He offers you a strained smile when you catch his eye.
How is this possible? But I haven't changed at all. I breathe, I live, I feel.
Ask your questions, XS.
Let's chat a while. It has been so long since we last talked to anyone. Our Protean servants aren't the best conversationalists.
Explain to me again how I became this excess. Don't skip over any details.
Volmalos is a primordial inevitable.
The Guardian of Magic. A mechanical eon created by the Axiomites of Access.
He only interferes in mortals' affairs when there is a magical threat against the world order.
And remarkably dull work it is, too. When the commander acquired mythic power in the Grey Garrison, old Volmalos began quaking in his boots.
And as the commander developed his power, Volmalos' fear turned to outright panic. Just before the decisive battle between the commander and Arilu Vorlish, Volmalos finally decided to intervene.
He carved up the commander's mythic power into the sanctioned portion and the excess. The former set off to face Arilu.
Which is what we just saw. Bro, that's such a wild thing. So it's like we were so powerful that this little demigod was like, okay, you have this much power, you can have this much. You go on ahead with that, and I'm gonna take this because you're gonna break something. And we're the excess. Hey, Chip.
The second ended up here, embodied in the form of a magical golem along with its
Companions, who are essentially an extension of itself.
Are you angry, XS? We would be angry in your position.
We would want to launch ourselves at Valmalos, rip his glowing heart from his chest, and squeeze it in our fist until it was extinguished.
So this DLC you're playing is a fragment of yourself / your power that was taken away. Apparently, but the thing was we didn't know that until this moment. We didn't realize, so it's like it's like the Matrix. We're plugged into a copy of the world to keep us occupied, and we thought we were on the real world, and we weren't. So that means Valmalos weakened the commander right before the final battle?
That is precisely what it means.
The cheek of him.
And how do you know so much about me?
This world is yours, created for you by access from your false memories.
We have had time to study you. You might even say that we are your best friends now.
And what do you want from me?
We want to help you get out of here to restore cosmic justice.
This is no way to treat living creatures, is it? Stealing their mythic power? Valmalos should be punished.
I agree, but you clearly have your own agenda.
Your fate does not worry us, Excess.
Simply reach the door leading out of this prison, break it down, and go wherever you please. And we will be straight through that door after you.
Ooh.
The keystone of the prison has been smashed to pieces.
This little world has cracked, and all it needs is one good gust of wind to bring it all tumbling down.
You saw it yourself. Your mythic allies have appeared in the false threshold, even those the commander never met in his timeline.
Man, we got ourselves a prison break going on.
Help topple this world, Excess.
Talk to the creatures from your false memory. Pile even more paradoxes on top of their useless existence.
Break them, so that the world begins to consider them anomalies.
We dispatched our Protean servants to seek out the other keystones of this world.
I instructed them to destroy the stones to disrupt the Order of Axis. But it seems our servants are not strong enough.
You must find the stones and destroy them. I will teach you how to see them.
A haze momentarily descends over your vision. Is this thing the voice I was hearing the whole time I was in here? That was like mocking me like a narrator from above? Was that Salamishnik? Or was that something else? And what did you do to me?
We gave you our gift, of course.
Now you see what Proteans see. You can detect anomalies and find the keystones that hold this world together. You will like our gift.
Will Proteans see me as an ally now?
Unlikely.
Proteans do not recognize alliances with other life forms. They rarely get along even with their own kind.
We are a pleasant exception.
And how did you end up in the prison?
Valmalos, that useless mound of metal, captured us in a moment of weakness decades ago.
We despise him so. We will claw at his face. We will tear at him until he loses that air of arrogance.
Why not hate him together?
We are captives in this prison just like you, Excess. Our cage is right next to yours.
We cannot escape to the outside, but we were able to enter your world.
I really like this character. Like the voices weaving in and out together, the way that it says we, like Venom. I really like this character.
Now we are tearing it apart, populating it with anomalies and creating paradoxes, so that you can get out and open the way for us as well.
Why do you need my help? Why can't you escape on your own?
Do you think we haven't tried? What do you think we've been doing all these years, Excess?
We haven't even managed to find a keystone in our prison. The arrival of your world next to ours is the chance we've long been waiting for.
What will happen to me once I leave the prison?
You will return to Threshold, to the moment when Valmalos divided you and the Commander.
You will merge with his mythic power and cease to exist.
Isn't that what you want?
I came in part way. Is this character split personality or different entities living in a single body? I actually think it's one entity, because it's a being of pure chaos. So I think it's just like, honestly, changing genders every 5 seconds. Like, I'm imagining it just like, you know, just shifting plasma. It's just like going through forms or something. I might have the wrong of it, but that's what I'm gathering.
But perhaps you do not want to cease to exist.
You may have been created by magic, but you are a living thing. You feel the cold. You feel hunger. You feel pain when you're wounded.
We have the power to help you, Excess. We can see to it that when you rejoin the Commander, your consciousness will replace his.
No one will notice the switch. Open the way out of Threshold, and we will do this for you.
Oh. Oh, that's nefarious. Yeah, but then you'd have like a slightly more evil version of the Commander that remembers killing himself. I don't really think that's for the greater good. I'll get out of this prison without your help, which he'll then just follow me out.
We don't care how you break out of here, XS. But when you escape and break down that door to Galarian,
We won't be far behind.
I want to know more about you.
we will satisfy your curiosity.
Who are you?
We are primordial Proteans, demigods of the Maelstrom, a plane on the edge of the universe.
You could say that our power is comparable to that of the Demon Lords.
We are Silmeshnik, the colorless lord, chaos, freedom, fate, paradox. These are our spheres of interest.
We are welcome in the halls of Pharasma, and the Lady of Graves heeds our counsel when passing judgment on the souls of the dead.
Really?
Are you mesmerized by our success?
Oh, you can call it out. You speak in different voices, sometimes male, sometimes female.
Why choose a single gender when we can be one?
Or the other, whenever we please. Consistency is boring.
I think we were pretty close in our assumptions, chat. Tell me about the Maelstrom.
It is chaos, in its purest, most uncontrolled form.
It is the ocean that washes against the shores of the other planes. It is infinite possibilities
It is both a cradle of creation.
and a force of entropy.
This would have been really fun to do the voice acting for. Imagine like a guy and a gal in a voice acting studio, and they've each got microphones, and they've got like the script in front of them, and maybe like, you know, his lines are highlighted in green and her lines are highlighted in yellow or some or red or something, and they're just like going back and forth doing the line. I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
The Maelstrom is my home. It is the womb that once gave birth to me. Just imagine. Imagine living inside the womb that gave birth to you. It will also become my tomb.
Tell me about Axis.
Access is nothing but rules and laws that stifle.
Free will. It is order that exists only for its own sake.
It is an immovable rock blocking the path to inspiration.
The Axis is order, and this thing is chaos.
Axis is my enemy and my prison. I will claw at its walls, grind them to dust, to dirt, to ash, and will wipe it out of existence.
Or it will do the same to me.
I've heard enough.
It has been a pleasure to speak common with someone.
I cannot be picking a fight right now. I've got half my team is like 1 HP. So I'm just gonna say I'm going.
Go, Axis. We will meet again.
Achievement unlocked, the glimpse of truth.
Missed me already.
Time's not waiting.
Don't have any more channel negative energy, so we'll have to use regen. Alright, so we're here. Got a loot crate. What is that ring? The Unveiler. Ring of Protection +7 with a +10 resistance to illusions and +2 insight bonus to armor class against anomalies. Okay, cool. Can I rest here? Yes, I can. Alright, I think we're gonna do that. We have actually exhausted a lot of magic.
All this ruminating is unspeakably tedious. Who is real? Who is a copy? Who